Right, hi Year 7. I'm going to go through some of these Hegarty questions and explain to you what to do, basically. So this is task 781 substitution 2, and I'm just going to go through some of them quite quickly, and then other ones I will actually go through and write down the calculations, okay? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's get started with this first one. So if x is 8 and y is 9, work out what x plus y is. So this would be 8 plus 9, which is 17. So any of the ones which I feel like I can do quickly, I'm going to just do quickly. So this will be 7 plus 4, which is 11. Is Hegarty down already? That's a question. Oh no, okay. I just had to refresh. Anyway, 9 take away 2 is this one, so that's 7. See, y is 9, so instead of y you say 9, and x is 2, so you do 9 take away 2, which is 7. 4 take away 7. Okay, so when you do 4 take away 7, you're actually going to become negative. So you can get some minus number answers. Now, as a class, you've done minus number arithmetic. So you know how to do 4 take away 7. So that's minus 3. Okay, so the first one that looks a bit strange is this one here. Now, of course, if we'd been doing this in class, and I'd be really hopeful that you'd watched the video before you started this. Basically, in algebra, and I'll write it here. If I write something like 3x, or if I write something like xy, or if I write something like 5ab, this means 3 multiplied by whatever x is. This means x multiplied by y. This means 5 times whatever a is times whatever b is. So in algebra, when you are using letter symbols to stand for missing numbers, you don't write the times sign. You don't write the multiplication symbol. You write the multiplication symbol when it's between two numbers. So if I just hide this for a second and take a look at the question, it says, so in our question, we've got x is 4 and y is 9. I can actually take a little screen capture of this. So I'm trying to be good with the technology today. So if x is 4 and y is 9, we want to work out what xy is. So I think some people think that the answer must be 49. But that's actually not correct. It's not a 4 and then a 9, making 49. That's not how this works. It means do x times y. It means do 4 times 9. So for us, this is going to be 4 times 9, which is going to be 36. So if I type in 36, I should get the right answer. Right, great. Right, this one here will be 9 times 2. When there isn't a symbol in between, it means timesing. So 9 times 2 is 18. Right, this one. I'll take a screen capture of this and explain this one on the PowerPoint slide as well. Obviously, I need to show you it. There you go. Right, the line in a fraction, this horizontal line there is a fraction line, and this means division. It means divided by. So it's always the top number divided by the bottom number, okay? Or if I'm using the full words, it's the numerator divided by the denominator. Okay, So you need to make sure you know how to substitute into things that look like this with a fraction line in them. So for us, this is going to be 27 on the top because it says that y is 27. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the top. And then the fraction line, and then x is 3, so I'm going to put 3 on the bottom. But this means 27 divided by 3. So if you count up in threes until you get to 27, you'll realize that you need 9 of them. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. So therefore, I should put 9 into this. Right, for us, 7 on the top, 28 on the bottom. Notice it says give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So let me take a screen cap of this and I can write on it. So what are we actually doing? Well, instead of x, I'm putting 7. And instead of y, I'm putting 28. And the question says, give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. So to simplify a fraction, you need to divide both numbers by the same thing to be left with something as simple as possible. So the number that goes into 7 that also goes into 28, and if you've got your times table grid, you can be on the lookout for a times table that has 7 in it and also has 28 in it. Turns out, of course, that that's the 7 times table. So I'm going to divide 7 by 7. That gives me 1. And I'm going to divide 28 by 7 as well. I have to do the same thing. That gives me 4. So in terms of what I've actually done, I have divided the bottom by 7 and divided the top by 7. This one here is the fraction in its simplest form. Okay, you can't simplify a quarter anymore because there's nothing that goes into 1 that also goes into 4 other than 1, and that doesn't help you simplify. So I'm going to type in a quarter now, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you can click on screen keypad, so click that. You can click on the fraction button, which is here, and you can put a 1 on the top and a 4 on the bottom, and that should give you the right answer. Right, let's have a look at this one, and then I'll start doing the rest of these a bit more quickly because I also want to look at task 782 and I don't want the video to be too long. I will go through the rest of the answers though and explain my thought process and my working, but I will do the rest of this task quite quickly now. Right, 3a plus b. So first of all, what does 3a mean? 3a means 3 multiplied by whatever a is. Well, a is 7, so I'm going to write 3 times 7. And then I've got plus whatever b is, which is 6. So I'm going to have to work out this. Now, this is a BIDMAS problem. So you must remember BIDMAS, which is to do brackets followed by indices, followed by any division and multiplication, followed by any addition and subtraction. Okay, and the division and multiplication, you do it left to right, and the addition to subtraction, you do it left to right. So you've done loads of work on BIDMAS. We did weeks of it in class. So if you need any help on that or any reminders, you send me an email asking for that help, or you ask on Teams. I am sat here all day. I can answer your questions. You need to be responsible of ask me. Okay, that's what you need. That's your job basically if you're stuck. So there aren't any brackets in this problem, so I've done that. There aren't any indices, so I've done that. Is there any division and multiplication? Well, yes, there is. So I've got to do that part first before I do the addition. So I've got to do 3 times 7, which is 21, and I'm still adding 6. And then that final answer, therefore, is going to be 27, right? Because 21 add 6 is 27. So if I type in 27, it should give me the right answer. Right, let's let's have a look at this one. Now, I might actually do... I know what I just said was I wasn't going to do any more like worked out like here, but I think I will for this one, just this one last one. So what bid mass problem does this one give us? So I have 3 times 7 add 2 times 6, because 3a is 3 times whatever a is, which is 3 times 7, and 2b is 2 times whatever b is, which will be 2 times 6 in this question. So I've got to do the multiplication first. So I do 3 times 7, which is 21, and I do the 2 times 6, which is 12, and I'm adding those up, and then that's 33. So I'm going to need to put 33 in for my answer. Right, the rest I'll do quite quickly. What I'll then do is do task 782. Okay, so but the rest, I'm going to finish this task now. So 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 4 is 12, and 16 take away 12 is 4. 5 times 5 is 25, 3 times 6 is 18, 25 take away 18 is 7, take away 1 is 6. Okay, 3 times 8 is 24. 2 times 4 is 8. So I've got to do 20 take away 24, which is minus 4, add 8, which is 4. (11) add 10 is 21. 21 is the top of this fraction here. 21 is being divided by 3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. (5) take away 20 is minus 15. Minus 15 divided by 3 is minus 5. (4) add 2. So where am I getting these from? I'm literally getting it from the question, guys. It's here. 4 add 2 is 6. The number that I'm dividing by is 6. 42 divided by 6 is 7. (13) take away 9 is 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 10 add 90 is 100. Where did 10 and 90 come from? 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 30 is 90. When I add 10 and 90 up, I get 100. 100 divided by 5 is 20. Right. There's 23 questions, right? Okay. 3 times 8 is 24. 2 times 3 is 6. 24 take away 6 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 2 add 18, because 3 times 6 is 18. 2 add 18 is 20. And how many 20s go into 60? 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Take away 3 is 12. 120 divided by 12 is 10. This one I'm going to take a screen cap of and actually show you the full working. So here I've got 3 times 9, take away 3 on the top, and I've got 3 add 9 on the bottom. Right, so what I've done is instead of P, I have written 3 here and here, and instead of Q, I've written 9. And I remember that 3Q means 3 times Q. So let's work out the top. 3 times 9 is 27. Take away 3 is 24. Let's work out the bottom. 3 add 9 is 12. Let's remember what this means. It means 24 divided by 12, which is just 2. Right. Last one, thankfully. Right, let's see if I can do this one just in my head, because I'm trying to do this quite quickly. 3 times 6 is 18. 2 times 3 is 6. 18 add 6 is 24. So we've got 24 on the top. 2 times 3 is 6. Add 6 is 12. So it's 24 divided by 12, which is 2. Right, wonderful. Let's have a look at task 782. Because this one now involves some brackets, right? And this one I think has been causing a bit of problem. So let's have a look at this first one. Okay, so first of all, there is something missing. It doesn't have to be written, so it's not actually really missing, but it's a symbol that hasn't been written that fits in here, and that's the times sign. So what you actually have here is 2 times x plus y. That's the first thing to try to realize, is 2 on the outside means I'm multiplying this bracket by 2, so it's a times sign that you need to squeeze in there. And then it's just a simple case of doing 2 times, and then x is 4, y is 6. This is a BIDMAS problem. I do brackets first, which is 4 add 6, which is 10. This is 2 times 10, which is 20. So I should write 20. Right, I'll do this one and then I'll skip to the hardest question. That's what I think I'm going to do. Otherwise, the video is what, already 16 minutes? I don't want it to be that much longer. Okay, so for this one, I have 2 times 5 minus 4, which is 2 times 1, which is 2. Just for the record, by the way, guys, when you're working on these and you get stuck, there is an option for you. Now, I'm not sure where it would be. Oh, okay, well, there's a button here that actually says get help. There's also somewhere, obviously I'm logged in as myself and I can't send myself a message, but there should be an option or a box somewhere to write a question to the teacher, which will give me a notification, which will then allow me to reply to you. You can also take a screenshot or a screen capture and paste that into Teams so I can see exactly what you're not able to do, and I will help you. I can take your screenshot, put it into Paint on my own computer and annotate it myself, and then paste that back to you. This is what I've done with other classes. It's worked really quite well. You need to start doing the same thing. Right, this one. Take a screenshot of it. If anyone's wondering how do you take a screenshot, well, you hopefully should have been shown that in one of your IT lessons, or sorry, computing lessons by now. And basically you want to press the Windows Shift and S button all at the same time, and what that allows you to do is take a screen capture of the exact bit of the screen that you want. If that doesn't work for you, or you can't get that to work, you should also have a print screen button on your keyboard. Obviously, if you're on an iPad or on an iPhone or any tablet or any mobile device, there are ways to take screenshots on those as well. You could paste those into an email to me. I have Teams and Heggerty and my emails open all the time during school hours, so you can send me a question using any of those. Teams is the best. I really wish everyone would just use Teams, but if you can't use it for whatever reason, you've got the other options as well. Right, let's have a look at this one anyway. This is 3 multiplied by 4 times 4, because instead of x I'm making it 4, plus 3 times 6. So this just, you're just trying to remember, what does 4x mean? It means 4 times whatever x is, which is 4 times 4 for us. And what about 3y? Well, that's 3 times whatever y is, which is 3 times 6 for us. So let's do the bracket first. So I've got to do 4 times 4, which is 16, plus 3 times 6, which is 18. So 3 times, now 16 add 18 is 34. So I've got to work out what 34 times 3 is. 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 3 is 9, add the 1 is 10, so I should get 102. Right, great. Okay, I'm just going to skip until we get to the last question. So I can definitely say that I've gone through the hardest one. Okay, so let's take this question here. Right, guys. Here you are going to just write out the BIDMAS problem. So I maybe should have said this nearer the start. If you are sat without pen and paper, it's going to be really, really hard, really hard to do. You really do need to be doing this separately on pen and paper and then writing it into Heggerty. So anyway, I've got 100, take away 3. Now there's a missing symbol between the 3 and the bracket. I'm going to write times, and then there's the bracket. So far I'm literally just writing it exactly as it's written up here. There's 100 minus 3. I am putting the times sign in because it makes it easier for me to work out the answer. And then I've got 3 times y, but y is 6, isn't it? So it's 3 times 6. And then I'm taking away 4 times 2. So, okay, 100 take away 3 times, and I'm going to work out what's inside the bracket first because of BIDMAS. I do the brackets first. So I've got to do 3 times 6, which is 18. And I'm going to be taking away 4 times 2, which is 8. Right, because I've actually got a separate BIDMAS problem inside those brackets. So I've got to do the multiplication first inside the bracket. So it is complicated, but I am only setting you like this. These tasks have been like there every lesson since Monday with chance to ask for help every single day. So I don't think at this stage, I mean, yes, it's challenging, but if it was too easy, there would be very little point to it. There really would. And the amount of support I'm offering, I believe justifies asking you to try to answer this question. That's my own view. Now, if you're really struggling, then why haven't I had any emails yet, guys? Why haven't I had any emails yet? That would be my question. As soon as I get some emails through saying, oh, look, sir, I just have absolutely no idea. Well, first thing I would say if I got an email like that is, can you be more specific? I need you to tell me exactly where it is you go wrong. What is it you don't understand? Is it where the time signs go, for example? Because I would just tell you it goes in between like a number and a bracket, and it goes in between a number and a letter. So if it's something like 3 bracket 3 and then a bracket, it's actually 3 times that thing. And if it's 3y, it's 3 times y. If it's then the actual BIDMAS problem that you find really hard, because look at it, it's quite complicated, then fair enough, you're right, it is a tricky BIDMAS problem, but you need to practice them. You need to practice applying BIDMAS. So I'm showing you each and every step of the way. So here I'm trying to get this bracket sorted out. Because of BIDMAS, I'm trying to do the bracket first. Now inside this bracket, I have 3 times 6, which is 18, and 4 times 2, which is 8. So really the answer to this bracket is whatever 18 take away 8 is, which is of course 10. 18 take away 8 is the answer to this bracket. So then I've got to do 100 take away 3 times 10, which is 30. Because if I'm doing BIDMAS, it's like I've done the brackets, there actually aren't any indices. I've now got to do the multiplication and division, which is here, and then right at the end there's the addition and subtraction. Of course, it's just a subtraction that's left for us. So it's 100 take away 30, which is 70. Right, I really hope that's been useful. Sorry that the video is it's longer than I was hoping it would be, to be honest. That's a common theme with my videos lately, but I will continue trying to keep them short. Any questions at all, ask on Teams or ask on Hegarty or ask in an email. Be specific with the question that you have as well. Do not just say, oh, I don't get any of it, okay? Because that's really likely to be untrue. You will get some of it. So I need you to actually have a good think about what part is it that you don't understand. Okay, that's actually really important. That's another thing that if you can actually have a good think about what is it that you don't actually understand, that in itself is a good exercise to do and will help you to get better at maths. Okay, right. See you later, guys. Bye.